Welcome to the Bourbon Experience. My name is Austin. This is the Battle of the ECBP'S Pirate Bottle episode. Ready?
Yep.
I'm super excited for this week's Battle of the ECBP'S. This is the week that I've been looking forward to the entire time. It is the infamous Pirate Bottle episode. So I have Billy here. If you may remember him from the last 5 years of Thomas H. Handy. That was an awesome video to film.
Or I embarrassed myself.
Yeah, so Billy knows that we're doing the Pirate Bottles for this blind. We've been talking about it for a long time.
You introduced me to these too.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. So this is the last week of the first round. So we've done the 17, 18, 19, and 20 A, B, and C's blind. And each one of those I've had a guest. Going on to, I guess, will be the semifinals for the next week. It'll be just me, and then the finals will be just me as well, just for logistics and figuring all that stuff out. So ending the first round with a bang.
The bang, yeah.
So we're doing batches 10, 11, and 12. Full transparency, I have done a lot of these blind already, just because, I love pirates. They are some of my all-time favorite stuff. So yeah, I've done a lot of them already. I don't know what to expect. I'm not looking to confirm previous results or try and guess what each one is, but I have tried all of these, and I've done them blind multiple times. But the winner of this is going to go straight to the finals, kind of like a first round bye week.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be the number one seed.
Yeah, they were exactly. It's obvious.
So yeah, if we get into this.
We start with A?
Yeah, so I've done the same thing that I've done with all of my blinds, where I throw a sticker on the bottom and then that corresponding sticker to the bottle. But what I've done is I put an additional sticker up on the front for A, B, and C, and that just lets us know what we're doing. So when we talk about a specific sample, we can reference what we'll know what it was, throughout. But I'm going to start with C and then work my way to A, just because I work right to left.
Okay.
Just from the way that I sit.
I'll do the same. Cheers.
Cheers.
Ooh.
So I get the funky oak of Pirate Bottles, and then kind of like a root beer candy thing. But I'll say the nose is fairly light compared to some of the other ones. I mean, like, everything about it is great, but it just doesn't jump out as much as I would. I'm gonna smell the other two real quick just to see, because
Whoa, yeah, big difference.
So yeah, there's nothing wrong with C on the nose just right off the bat, but
it is lighter. If I put my nose on there one time just a little too deep, and that had some heat on it.
That's very, very good. You get the funky oak, you get that dark, rich roundness of the Pirate Bottles. Nice barrel spice on the back. Sweet, dark flavors.
I get like a sweet fruit
kind
of a thing on it, which I don't usually feel like I get on the ECBP'S. Do they?
I don't typically get, every once in a while, but that's not I always get like
a sweeter,
dark sugar kind of.
Darker. I always think of like the easy. It's got like a light sweet fruit.
Yeah, I would say this. I mean, there's no losers with Pirate Bottles, but I would say this one in particular, if any of them drink like a newer Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, this one I would say maybe would be the one that drinks like a newer
Oh, okay, yeah.
And not 20. I'd say up until 2020 still, but
I get it. Yeah, the newer like the bottle styles after this.
Yeah. It's maybe not as rich, round, or full. The proof is there. I mean, there's proof to it. And it's got barrel spice. It's got a little bit of funky oak. It's got dark flavors, but just that robustness that I always associate pirate bottles with is not quite as evident.
No, I think the word that's sticking out in my mind, you said at the beginning on the nose, there's like some kind of a thinness
Yeah.
to it, which is weird to say for something that's a barrel proof.
Yeah.
But,
All right. Sample B. Oh, yeah.
God, that is so rich.
Yeah. This is more in line with what I would expect.
Yeah,
There's a perfume note in there that also comes with the funky oak, rich, round, full. There's this lighter perfume note. I don't want to say floral because it's not floral, but
I've said that in the past. I've used that word to describe it, and it's not. You're right. Like,
yeah.
The floral thing, perfumey is a better way to describe it. And Heaven Hill has a distinct perfumey note on some of their stuff, and this one's got that Heaven Hill perfumey.
Yeah, when I think floral, I think of a high rye bourbon, a Four Roses, Blanton's, something like that.
Yeah.
And this is more perfume, but it's just kind of like an added layer of complexity that this one didn't have. Because I would say this is more rich, this is more round, this is more full on the nose, but there is that other kind of light perfume thing that just sits on top that is just gives it another depth, another layer.
It smells viscous.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Like it's like molasses? Wow.
All right.
Wow.
Shut the front door. I mean,
that doesn't suck.
I'm not trying to guess what that is. I have a sneaking suspicion. I will say, so the 10, 11, 12, I've blinded probably, I don't know, a lot of times. I'm not trying to guess. I have a feeling what that one might be. But they have all won on different days. But there is one that consistently wins. And there's one that wins more often than another one. And then there's one that...
Is the one that wins for you most often the one that wins for me most often? If we know what we're talking about.
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Okay.
All right. On to A. I really should have done them labeled another way.
God, that's luscious.
Ooh, yeah. Okay, when I said root beer candy on the first one, this is root beer candy.
Yeah.
The other one had it. I mean, we're talking about old Elijah Craig barrel proof, so you're going to get common notes across, but this is straight root beer candy.
Oof.
And full and round and rich too.
God.
It's lacking the perfume a little bit,
but it's got this.
It's just dark. It's dark root beer, sarsaparilla.
Yeah, it's like a creamy nose. If creamy is something I could smell.
Yeah.
Ooh, I could just sniff this one for a long time.
Everything I said on the nose comes through. I mean,
Wow. That's special.
That's just root beer syrup. Like before you add carbonated water. That's just syrup.
It's a nice oily. It's still on my tongue. It's still on the inside of my cheeks.
Yeah. And I would say the sample B was also syrup. This is just root beer syrup. Maybe this is root beer syrup and B is bourbon concentrate. Like bourbon syrup, and this is root beer syrup.
This one's oilier in my mouthful. Like the mouthfeel leaves a more like an oil residue to it more than B for me. And I like that. Like I say that with positivity.
Oh man, it's so good. I'm gonna have to go between A and B a couple times to C, but
I'm that right now.
yeah, I'm gonna have to do a quick back and forth between A and B and C. A and B, and then I will have to see which one, and then I'll go see whatever to confirm it. But just real quick, like, comment, subscribe. I should have said that at the beginning of the video, but I don't know what.
You said it now, though.
Yeah,
that's
yeah. I don't know what my sub count is. I'm trying to get it up. That's what she said. If you like this kind of stuff, please subscribe. It helps me out. I'm gonna try and keep doing fun things like this. This project has been, I'm almost talking like it's the last episode of this project, but I still have 2 more. But I guess it feels kind of like I'm coming to a close because I have, this is the last one. No, with a guest. Oh, so it makes it kind of feel like it's coming to a close. But anywho, yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and then
tell your friends to like, comment, and subscribe. Show your friends the video.
Yeah, do those things. And actually, I think I misplaced it because it's B and C. No, because I went A, B, C. So A and B. Yeah. Okay. My own system's throwing me off here.
You know, this is such a good example of just when you put 3 high quality bottles together at the same time. It's just so sad that one of them you go, no thanks you. But it, like, in most other situations, it'd be the top of the.
So many times now I've referenced pirate bottles, and I've said, like, oh, this is bourbon concentrate or similar to that, and I only reserve that for like a pirate bottle. Or this is, so I think when I did the 2019 Four Roses against the 2023 Four Roses, I say this is the pirate bottle version of Four Roses, the 2019. And so I've referenced it so many times, and now it's, I want to make sure that I hit on all those things because I've been looking forward to this particular episode for, well, since I started. So after the slightest break, I think B is more complex. I think it has that perfume thing on top of everything else. A is stupid good. All of these are complex, but A, I think, is more one note, but that one note is so good. And B has kind of, sometimes it's funky oak, sometimes it's barrel spice, sometimes it's perfumey, sometimes it's, I don't know. I'm
leaning towards B there.
I think so, but it's a toss up.
It's the hardest part. B has more of a funk to it too on the nose. So I mean,
and that's what I look
adding to the complexity.
Yeah,
like perfume and funk.
And that's what I mean. That's what people love about pirate bottles. It's the funk, it's the richness, it's the fullness, it's the roundness. Yeah, I think I'm going CAB.
C,
but legitimately A could take it at any time. That funk kind of takes it for me. That perfume takes it for me.
What you're saying C is your favorite?
No, C third place, A, B.
Got it. Okay.
But you know, if it was CBA, that would work too.
I'm at CBA. My prediction is that this is 12, 11, 10.
So 12 is 136 proof, 11 is 139.4 proof, and 10 is 138.8 proof. Wow. those things, yeah. So your prediction is which one?
I think this is 12, 11, 10. 12 is A, 11 is B, 10 is C. That's what my thought is.
Is it cheating if I say what I feel like they are?
No.
Okay. Well, I started the episode with saying that wasn't what I was trying to do.
Oh, okay. We can cut mine then.
But again, I said full transparency. I've done this a handful of times. I think C is 139.4.
Which would be
10, 11. which would be 11. I think A is 138.8, which is batch 10. 138.8, I always get this root beer candy dark thing, and 138.8 consistently wins. 136 almost, it wins more times than not. And I think the perfume thing and the funky oak and just the rich roundness and complexity, I think that speaks to being 136 batch 12.
Your palate. Okay, so we've already demonstrated, if you watched the last video, that the blinds totally upend what I think, and I picked ones that I never would have thought. So I'm gonna trust your gut on this one.
Well, let's see. Final review. Final reveal. So
how do we know?
Both of our third place is C.
Yeah.
Blue. There's a syrupy. It falls. It's lighter. You know?
Yeah.
There's the funky oak. There's a syrupiness to it, but it's lighter. Blue is 139.4,
which is
batch 11.
Really?
Yeah. And
people go nutty for that one too. That one has.
I know. And so I've had a few others, pirate bottles. That one is I don't want to say my least favorite, because that one has won before. And granted, it's super low. It's kind of good that it didn't win, because it is very, very low. I'd have enough to do the finals with it, but
yeah.
So then your second, I'll go my second place, your first place, if that's all right.
Yeah.
So my second place, your first place, red. 138.8,
which is
batch 10. Just straight root beer.
That was batch 10. See? Can't trust me on fucking... Can't trust me on blinds.
So my first place, your second place, batch 136, or batch 12, wow. 136. Which this came out in 2016, and then...
And that's my favorite. But apparently on a blind, it's not.
This one, I don't think... It really is a toss-up between those two for me on any given day.
Yeah, I did not dislike. Yeah, those were.
I have stockpiled the 136s because it's just consistently one of my top 10. I'll leave it for that. One of my top 10 all-time favorites. I mean,
the 12 is so good.
It's so good.
But I am really surprised on that 10. Because, okay, so I did this blind with you a year ago or something like that. This is when maybe a little bit more than a year ago now. And that was when I first got introduced to these. And I remember at that point, my order was 12, 11, 10. And that's really interesting to me, because 11 was definitely between these three. Like there was a clear distinction.
I think after that day, I hit you up and said, man, I did it again, and the 138.8 came through. So,
yeah, there was. Yeah, you did actually.
So 138 is, I mean, it has won on a lot of occasions. Just most consistently, that's my jam. It's one of my all-time favorites. It's gonna go straight to the finals. I mean,
so how does this work? One or two of these goes to
just one.
Just one.
It wouldn't be fair, because
that's sad.
All three pirates would be 1, 2, and 3 in the finals.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to keep it fun. I'm trying to find maybe the best value too of what you can get from different years, and if you're going to look for a specific year, what one should you find, type of thing. It wouldn't be fair to move them all, because there wouldn't even be a competition. That's why it gets the first round bye. If you're going to seek out a pirate bottle, I suggest batch 12 and batch 10.
Apparently, I would suggest batch 10. Yeah.
Well, I've got backups of both. I've got more backups of 12.
I don't have a 10. Now I need to get one.
If they're anywhere below 450, it's an instant buy. And that's if I don't buy it first.
They're going down these days. They were at like 550 for a long time, and I'm seeing a lot of them for secondary wise 450 or so.
The most I paid for batch 12 is $450. I've got a handful for $425. If I see it below $450, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
These bottles, specifically 10 and 12, truly compete with $1,500, $2,000 bottles.
Oh gosh, yeah, they really do. That's not an exaggeration.
So we were like super deep in this episode. I don't know how much I'm gonna have to cut out of this, but something that I wanted to mention that I forgot. Batch 12, I get this like chocolate covered espresso in there too. There's like a coffee note in 12.
I have to. Do you know which one you put 12? I'm guessing one of these is 12.
I kept it the same. I may make this episode no edits because I'm having the time of my life right now. We're doing pirate bottles,
dude,
and for me that just.
And you have such a great collection of them.
If you don't like long content,
fast forward
or stop watching. I don't know, 10 minutes ago, and that's fine. But I could just wax poetic about pirate bottles forever. This is more for me than it is for anything else. if I'm being completely honest here.
I went after I did the tasting here with you, and you introduced me to the pirate bottles.
Oh my gosh, though.
I went buck wild on the 12.
Batch 10 is so good too. Buy batch 10, buy batch 12. That's all I can say.
I have to buy batch 10. I don't have any batch 10s. All of mine, I have batch 12, 7, and 6.
I have 1 or 2 backups of 10, and that's it. And I
need to get at least 2, because if you have 1,
I'm gonna
have none.
all the work that I worked to get, all the work that I did to get subs, I'm gonna lose when people are like, "Oh, this guy has so many backups of 12 and this of 10." That's not what I'm trying to do, people. But you know,
everybody knows that's how it works. You find bottles that you like, you got to have backups of it, so you don't have the anxiety of finishing a bottle and not having another one.
That's my goal. I never want to not have a 12 for the rest of my life.
That's good goals, man.
I've given away, I have parted with 2 12s for what I paid for them for people who were in need. So
you actually hooked me up with the 12.
All right, I'm gonna wrap this up. Check out next week, semifinals, week after that, finals.
Hey, this was a lot of fun. And if you ever get to try pirate bottles, or if you are looking to try pirate bottles, you should. You should absolutely. These are just excellent things. And I don't know how much longer they're going to be around without being so scarce that they get kind of stupid expensive.
Yeah. But that's where I'm leaving this. As always, the bourbon experience is all about good pours and great times with whoever you're with. Whiskey meant to be enjoyed, so crack those bottles. Cheers.
Cheers.